So when you feel comfortable, horses where you should be.
Yeah, I think so too. Yes.
You can do it, Sue.
Oh, it's slippery. Oh.
That was really good.
I think I'm going to grab a lot of hair.
You make a good kid, Sue.
Yeah.
That was really good.
What if I don't want to go right away? Can we just stand here? Some kids will just want to stand.
Yes, I was going to say, yep. Don't
and
even
I don't
tell
feel
them.
like both of my cheeks are on. Where should they go?
So you want to sit into your inner thigh and a little bit on your cheeks. So you want to tell them sometimes most of the time the kids tend to tense up. So when they do that, you just want to slowly say, can you just start sitting up nice and tall, take a couple deep breaths, breathe, just sit like you're sitting on a recliner, just relax. Basically, you're just trying to get them to relax the best you can.
And just as a joke, we used to call Charlie a wide couch.
Right.
Poor Charlie.
Poor Charlie.
Even when he's not here, he's getting picked on. Oh, yeah.
But just reaching down, Sue, and just petting the horse, and just where they feel like they can move. They get up there and they get tense and rigid. So the more you can encourage just petting the horse and breathing and just sitting there, not moving. I don't even try.
Where do I look? Where do I look?
I try and get them to kind of look all around. I don't have them focus just down on the mane or anything.
All right. And how can I tell if Rita's happy that I'm on
So
her?
see how her neck right now, she's quiet, she has her head down low, she's not tense, she's not braced. Sometimes when they get on bareback, if the horse is a little sore somewhere, that head will come up and you can see the tension. Where here she looks pretty relaxed.
But there really isn't anything. If I slide, what do I do?
So you want to think of, I tell kids to try and think of keeping the belly button in line with the mane. So they aren't leaning. It's just you got to keep an eye on them because they tend to want to lean and switch around. Yeah, and the other thing too is you want to sit with your inner thigh and tell them to keep your lower leg, off the horse.
Off the horse, so I kind of keep it out here to the
Now
side.
you can keep your leg relaxed. Yep,
Relax.
just like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And then this hand, what do I do with this hand?
They can either grab mane or they can rest it on their leg, whatever is comfortable for them. Sometimes some kids will want to grab with both hands. That's fine too.
Do I keep petting Rita? Do you think she likes that? I've had these questions before asked of me, and I forget, what does it mean when her ears are forward? Does that mean something?
She's alert, so like right here, she's kind of looking out in the field. She might not necessarily be thinking of what you're doing, but when those ears start moving back and forth, then she's cueing into you.
Okay.
And Cheryl.
And we usually have two, like one on each side, which helps, like Cheryl's on the left and Rachel's on the right. I don't want to kick the horse, do I? To get him started? Who gets them started?
So I would almost say just the handler. I wouldn't even tell the child to use their legs. I would just have them sit there quiet and just kind of along for the ride, basically.
Okay.
And just let the handler ask the horse to move forward. Sometimes when you're asking maybe for a slow walk or a stop, you can tell the child, please sit deep, can you relax, ask the horse to whoa, that's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
But I would probably steer more away from not using so much legs. Because then you have mixed messages. They might be squeezing or telling them to go faster.
And I don't want to confuse Rita because the handler really is in charge.
Yes.
The whole time.
Yep.
And when Rachel said, like, tuck your pelvis in and sit down, I kind of forget to say that. Even when I have a saddle, shall I do that too?
Yeah. Yep.
Tuck in and the belly button to the
in line with the mane.
mane is something I've never done before. Okay. And I feel kind of dizzy. Should I keep my eyes open or closed?
Open. Yep.
Okay.
Open is the best. Yes.
I'm trying to think of some other questions they asked me.
If you guys have any questions too.
Will the horse run? I don't want to run.
Right.
Sometimes say or trot or
Trot.
anything.
No, say only just walking. Yep.
So Rachel, do you have any tips for like the kids who really, really, really want to ride, but they are like scared to death once they get on that mounting block?
Yeah, so in that case, what I do, Angie, is I just have them sit on the horse and just relax for a couple minutes. Just start talking with them, try and get their mind off of just focusing on the tension and the anxiety of just being on the horse. And then I always would ask the child, do you want to take a step? just one or two steps, and hey, we'll count them out. And sometimes that gets their mind thinking, oh, I can do that, or just 5 steps and then we're going to stop. I can handle that. So
I've had a kid who wanted to work up to that one time, and now she like rides.
Yeah.
Like she actually takes lessons and like rides. So it was like with her very first time with a horse. We just did the laying over, which Diane recommended.
okay, yep.
And then that was just enough. Like
Laying their head
she was
on
tall enough
across
that she
their
could
neck.
just,
Kind
like,
of
Yeah.
lay over.
Lay over, yeah.
But like for us as adults, we would have to be on our knees to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was amazing what just that little bit, gave her
help.
the confidence then to like
Yeah.
get on.
Yep.
So.
So yeah, I would do that. I would count out steps and just say, hey, we're only going to do 5 steps, and we're going to stop and see how you feel.
Yeah.
And then, hey, can we do 10 steps? And then I'll say, hey, can we ride to letter B? You know, and just give them. And then eventually they're saying, oh, I can do the whole ring. You know.
And that might be their riding, you know, versus
Yeah.
you, like, I mean, technically we never let go of the rein. And sometimes there's another rein on the other side too. Is that
Lead
how you
rope.
guys do
Lead
it?
rope, yeah.
Yeah.
Two on each side, or you just have someone walk on the other side? Two reins.
Yeah.
I would say I have
Anybody
done
else?
it both ways,
Both ways.
but I've also done it where we give the twisted orange and black reins so that they feel that confidence that they
Yeah.
have some control, even though they're really not leading them.
Yeah.
That's
It's
true.
like enough to give them that safety because it makes them feel better
Yeah.
and more
Yes.
relaxed, more than it's actually that they're doing something. But then I'll let them do like the right to left with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do
That's
we
a
have
good
any
thing
more
too.
of those, Diana? We only
We
have,
do have a couple of the attachable reins.
so I know we have the orange and black one, but I didn't know we had.
There should be green ones, and I think there's purple ones that I bought for Hope. There should be three or four hanging there behind the door in the tack room.
And that might be something you guys introduce maybe a little later on in the
Right.
lessons, because right now this is just enough just sitting there and walking. Then maybe when they feel a little more confident and they've got a little more under their belt, then you can give them the attachable reins and say, okay, now we're going to work on a little
On
turning.
steering, yeah. We don't want them yanking on the reins and trying to stop the horse when the handler or the mentor leader's leading them forward.
It is like a constant,
Oh.
like, okay, you gotta leave some pressure, let it sit. You see where like Sue's hand is?
Yeah.
Like I'm
that's-
like, you gotta leave it sit there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right, that's a good one, yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. Do you want to take a couple steps?
Yeah,
Sue?
just to see
Okay.
it and out, because this happened one time. So we took a couple steps and she started to slide 'cause she was a peanut. So is it okay? I told her we grabbed. Okay, she was leaning the opposite side. She was leaning. We grabbed the mane on the opposite side, and she was able to right herself.
Good. Yeah, that's
I mean, or else she would have come off the horse.
right. Yeah. Always just have them.
So she could have just, this is what we did, and she had one here, my left hand here, one on this side, and that's kind of how, after the incident, she didn't come off, but it made me take a breath, and then she was leaning forward like this.
Mm-hmm.
So then I had to have her come back, and then she started squeezing her legs. I forget what horse it was. So we went through a couple of little delusions. And I thought, well, I just didn't know if there was anything else other than, because you can't come back to, if you're out in the middle of the arena, you
Right.
can't make it back to the bounce block.
Right. And sometimes just stopping, how we talked about Sue, just having them swing their legs, slide their belly down, just quick dismount. That's the best way.
Okay.
Stop the horse and just walk them through a little dismount. Not cover them in the mouth.
So let's take a few steps, and then, did anyone ever, do most of your kids ride bareback?
Say most of them did. Yeah. No.
Mine have never
Jacob
ridden
liked
bareback. I've never
I would say
done it.
mine's always been saddles.
So
I had a bareback pad one time.
Yeah. Okay. You guys use the
But
pads
that's it.
mostly too.
Is there a benefit
Yeah, I was just
over
gonna ask
having them
that.
Pad does
start?
give them a little bit more security, especially if they have the stirrups, Angie.
Mhm.
But if, like I said, if the bareback is kind of the easier way, or they want to do the bareback saddle, obviously that gives them the most support. Yeah.
Okay.
Then it would be the bareback pad and then this. So.
the bareback pad has the saddles attached to it, right?
The one does.
The stirrups.
Stirrups are attached, yeah.
Stirrups
We
attached.
also have buddy stirrups because the stirrups are not the right size. for
Right.
all of them,
Yeah, the
so
buddy stirrups are
buddy
good to
stirrups
throw
are
over
good.
the horn or whatever on
Mhm.
the saddle. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Then you're not adjusting if they're too long. Yeah.
Rachel, can we do a demo of the emergency dismount?
Yeah, we can do that. We'll walk to the middle of the ring too, and we'll do a little. If you're okay with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, one blooper, anyone on the horse should have a helmet
I was
on.
gonna say, do you want to? Let's go back.
You better get ahead. You should not be recording this.
Too late.
Anybody wants to run and get a helmet? Yeah, because I did have a child plop on and off.
Yeah, that
Some
was not
horses
fun.
after a
I've
while
had
they
that
get
happen
bothered
too.
by that. You know, they know
Yeah.
it, they expect it's going to come. They're going to plop in the saddle, and then the horse starts walking off. And
One hand here or one hand. Is that to tell them on the top? Want the hands to get on?
yes, like I,
Okay,
Sue, how
right.
Sue kind of grabbed, and then
Right.
she put her
When
right
she-
hand.
Right.
Yeah, and then push a little bit. For
And the
support.
petting
yeah.
helps slow them down too.
Yes,
Yes, let them know you're the
Yeah, right. Hey, I'm getting ready to get on.
They're excited and went on the horse.
Right.
Yeah.
They just want to get on and
Yeah.
go. Right.
So I'm trying to pull my core in. I made sure my belly button's lined up.
Yep. And just remind the child, hey, we're going to sit up nice and straight. Now the horse is going to move, so be ready and just move with the horse. Yep.
I'm trying to tuck my pelvis.
It's like I've had
Oh,
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to take a couple steps now,
Okay.
Sue.
Oh, I feel.
Again, it's a different feel.
I feel each rib. You know. Oh.
Yep. Oh, look at Cheryl. She's like being a little pushy. All right, so Cheryl's going to go on the other side and just be support, okay?
Okay. I'm glad you're here. Sometimes I have like Cheryl would hold the leg of the child.
I ask them.
You ask, yeah. And
Yep.
some say, oh, can you put your hand away, or you can put it down on my calf.
Yeah.
They don't like it on the thigh.
Yep.
I don't know why. Your heels are low.
Good. And then that's when I'll say, okay, let's kind of come forward again.
And then we put a hug on a little
Yeah,
bit.
lay down, give them a hug. Yep.
You
Nice.
smell good, Rita.
Yep. And then you'll say, okay, we're going to walk again. We're going to walk to the middle.
Okay.
You just sit nice and relaxed.
I try to sit up straight. There I could feel myself. Oh, I felt myself go to the left.
Yeah.
Well, I got to bring myself around. Did Rita try to get rid of me? One of them asked me that one.
oh.
No.
Never.
Good. Okay. So now, say you had to get the child off the horse from the ground. What she needs to do is lean down a little bit too. Take that right leg slowly behind. Yeah, let's actually turn around and then so they can see, okay? Now turning can be, okay, so before you get off those two, I'm going to make sure she's standing somewhat planted and ready.
Oh.
Kind of move your weight around, she might shift.
So are all 4 feet then on the ground?
Yep.
They should be up. Okay.
That's good. Like even if she's standing more underneath herself square, that's even better. Okay?
So then I lean
You're
down.
going to lean forward a little bit. You're going to take that right leg behind. You're going to slide nice and slow. And I always tell, that was good too. I always tell them the ground comes quick, so make sure you're
Yeah.
ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I kind of went toward Rachel because, I felt like I should go toward the instructor. That
Yeah.
was my
Or
feeling.
I can be there to support you if I need
Yeah.
to. Or,
I
yeah.
felt like, I'm going to come toward you. That's why I do it. It was a natural instinct.
Yeah, yeah.
Go towards
That's
the
why
instructor.
too. The block that's a huge help for you guys. You're not having to, necessarily do that unless you absolutely had to.